Good morning, children. How are you? I hope you are all fine. So, in the first lesson, it was explained by your sir Bonu sir. So, your first lesson is about nutrition. Your first lesson is about nutrition. What is meant by nutrition? Nutrition means the intake of nutrients through diet. The intake of nutrients through diet of food is known as nutrition. That is what you have studied in the first lesson. Why we are taking the food material? Why we should take all the nutrients into your body? So, what are the reasons why we have to take the food? Because for the development of our body, for the growth, for the repair, and as well as for the release of energy. The nutrients are required for the growth, for the development of our body, and for the repairing our body, and for the release of energy. We have to take the food material. In the last point I said, there is a release of energy. So if you take the food material, will you get the energy? So from your childhood, what your teacher is saying, if you take the food material, you will get the energy. But I say it's wrong. Why? Because if you take the food material, you won't get the energy. That food material should be digested and it should undergo certain chemical reactions. Then only there is a release of energy. So for the release of energy, there is another process which is helpful. That process is nothing but the respiration. So your second lesson is respiration. The tagline of your lesson is the energy producing system. In this lesson, we are going to learn how we will respire, why we are going to respire, how energy is produced. These are all the things we are going to learn in the second lesson, that is respiration. Now, if you are having the textbook, open your textbook and look into your textbook. So, respiration. What is meant by respiration? Respiration is a word which is derived from the Latin language. In the Latin language, from the word respire, they have taken this word respiration. What is meant by respire in the Latin word? The meaning is to breathe. Respire means to breathe. So this is the word, from this word only we have derived the word respiration. So now, what is respiration? Respiration is a process by which living organisms produce energy from the food consumed. So respiration, what is the use means? That is nothing but it is helpful in the release of energy. How the energy is released? Only after the consumption of the food material. So I am going to explain in the next part of your lesson how the energy is released through the respiration. And when you come to the respiration, it is a very complex process involving several biochemical and physical processes. In this respiration process, we can find biochemical reactions and as well as the physical processes through which there will be a release of energy. So this is very important definition. Respiration is a process by which living organisms produce energy from the food consumed. So now you see here, these are the two scientists. His first one is the Lavoisier, another one is the Priestley. So in the first lesson, you people have studied about the Priestley. There is an experiment, that is the Belzer experiment. Belzer, in that experiment, you people have kept, you have seen that Priestley has kept one rat candle in one Belzer and waited for few minutes. After a few minutes, the rat has died and the candle is also put off. So after that, again second time, what he did, he introduced a mint plant. In the Belzer, where the mint plant is there the rat happily it is moving and candle also it's like giving light. So by this experiment, the Priestley said that there is a certain gas in the air which is helpful for the living organism which is released by the plant. So he is the first person to say that through the and told you there is a release of gas which is very useful for all the living organism. After the Priestley, there he came the Lavoisier. This Lavoisier, he is also a chemist, and he said that when there is a utilization of the gas oxygen, definitely there is a release of another gas which is known as carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide, he called it as a fixed air. So this person, Lavoisier, explained that whenever there is a burning of any chemical in the air, there will be a release of a gas which is known as fixed air. That fixed air, at present day, we are calling it as the carbon dioxide. So about these gases, this person, John Draper, completely explained in his book Human Physiology. He explained in the Human Physiology. So when you come to the Lavoisier and Priestley, these two people combinedly, they worked on the properties of gases. So Priestley, he had discovered the oxygen, and Lavoisier, he has coined the term oxygen. So these two people combinedly, they did the work on the properties of gases, and they explained about the nature of the gases and what are the gases which are present in the air. So now you see. Now come to your lesson, respiration. So already I said respiration is the word extracted from the Latin word respire. So what are the different steps present in the respiration? What are the different steps present in the respiration? So now you see, this is the flow chart which is present, which is seen in your textbook also. If you are having the textbook, please open the textbook and see the things. So first column, breathing. So now, before entering into this chart, what is respiration and what is breathing? Are these two words give the same similar meaning? No. Respiration is different, breathing is different. Here, breathing means just taking in air and giving out the air. So taking in air means air enters into the lungs, and from the lungs once again the air will be given out. So that is the word used for this as a breathing. Respiration means the oxygen gas is carried by the blood and enters into the cells. In the cells, it will undergo, already I said, it will undergo biochemical reaction with the food material. Then only there will be a release of carbon dioxide as well as heat and energy. So respiration, completely the oxygen will enter into the cells. In the cells, there it will undergo a biochemical reaction and there will be a release of heat, energy and carbon dioxide. When you come to the breathing, breathing means just taking in air and leaving out the air. So what are the events, steps in the respiration? First one is the breathing. And now you see air movement into and out of lungs. So here when you breathe, in the breathing you can find two steps again. What is that means? One, inhalation, another one is the exhalation. Inhalation, inhale, taking in air into the lungs is known as inhalation. Taking the air into the nose or through the nose into the lungs is known as inhalation. Inhale. Exhalation, giving out the carbon dioxide from the nose or from the lungs is known as exhalation. Inhale, taking in air, and exhale, giving out the air. So first step is the breathing. When you breathe, first step is inhalation, taking the air into your nose. Next one, gaseous exchange at the lungs level. After taking the air with the nose, that air will enter into the lungs. In the lungs, you can find small unit structures called alveoli. Afterwards, I am going to show the picture, alveoli picture. These alveoli are also known as air sacs. So here, surrounding to the air sacs, you can find the blood vessels. So, in between the air sac and the blood vessel, the exchange of gases takes place. Here down you see exchange of gases between the alveoli and blood. So here from the alveoli, the oxygen gas will enter into the blood, and from the blood the carbon dioxide will enter into the alveoli. So exchange of the gases will take place in the second step in respiration. Third step, gas transport pipeline. So after exchange of these gases, what will happen to the oxygen? Transport of oxygen from the blood capillaries of alveoli to the body cells and return of the carbon dioxide. So who is carrying all these oxygen and carbon dioxide? Only the blood is the carrier in our body. Now this blood, whatever the oxygen it has carried to the cells, what will happen in the cell? So gaseous exchange at the tissue level. Tissue means a group of cells. Tissue means a group of cells. Here exchanging of oxygen from the blood into the cells and carbon dioxide from the cells into the blood. Here near the tissue what will happen? All the cells, whatever they are releasing the carbon dioxide, that will be released into the blood. And the blood, whatever it is having the oxygen, that is given to the cell. So why the cell will take the oxygen? To undergo the biochemical processes. So last step is the cellular respiration. Whatever the respiration or whatever the biochemical reactions are taking place in the cell are called as cellular reactions, and whatever the type of respiration it is taking in the cell is called cellular respiration. Here using oxygen in the cell process to produce carbon dioxide and water and releasing the energy to be used for the life. Whatever the energy is released in the cellular respiration, that energy we will be utilizing for our life processes. So these are the steps which are involved in the respiration. Steps involved in the respiration. This is very important for 4 marks. You have to by heart this chart also. Okay. So once again you see breathing. Breathing means nothing but movement of air into the lungs and leaving out the carbon dioxide from the lungs. Gaseous exchange at the lungs level. Whatever the oxygen we have taken, that will enter into the lungs. Then in the lungs you can find the small unit structures called alveoli. In the alveoli only the exchange of the gases takes place. This alveoli, whatever the oxygen gas it has taken, that is released into the blood capillaries which is surrounding to the alveoli. Gas transport pipeline. The blood will carry the oxygen gas to the other parts of our body. Then gaseous exchange at the tissue level. Whatever the oxygen is carried by the blood, it is given to the tissue. Why it will give to the tissue? Because there should be a release of energy. So energy release will be done only inside the cell. How it is done? This oxygen gas will combine with the food material, undergoes an oxidation reaction. Then only there will be a release of carbon dioxide, water and energy. So during the respiration, the end product formed in our body are carbon dioxide, water and release of energy. So these are the steps which you can find in the respiration. Now in the next topic, we are going to learn how these gases will move throughout our respiratory organ. But already I said there is a release of carbon dioxide, water and heat. So whether really there is a release of carbon dioxide in our breathing or not, to prove this there is an experiment he has given in your textbook. See, take 2 test tubes. In one test tube take the water, in another test tube take the lime water. So take 2 test tubes, in one test tube take the water, another test tube take the lime water. Fix a 2-hole rubber cord. This is the 2-hole rubber cord. Through and arrange one delivery tube and another tube through which you can blow the air. So here you see the person is blowing the air into the 2 test tubes. So both, whatever the gas this boy is releasing, it is entering into the test tube. So after 10 or 15 minutes, if you observe, the water will be like water only. There won't be any change in the nature of the water. But the lime water will turn into a thick white precipitate. The lime water will turn into a thick white precipitate. Why? Because this lime water is having a nature. What is that nature? Means whatever the carbon dioxide is present surrounding to the test tube or inside the test tube, it will absorb the carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide, when it reacts with the lime water, it converts into a thick white precipitate. By this experiment, we can come to a conclusion that during the breathing, there will be a release of carbon dioxide. There is a release of carbon dioxide. So, we take the oxygen and it releases the carbon. By this small experiment, we can come to a conclusion that during the breathing, there is a release of carbon dioxide.